Hello, everyone. Welcome to Next Big Future. I'm Brian Wong. Today, I'm going to be talking about an improved 2024 Tesla Model 3 standard range, which would remove most of the need for a $25,000 car and would increase the sales, particularly in China and Europe, by about 50% by 2025. So I'll get into this now. So Jordan Giesege of Limiting Factor has done excellent work describing the iron LFP batteries. Iron LFP batteries are the batteries that are not based on nickel that are being made in large quantities in China. And he described the future development of those, where if we add more silicon to the anode, then we can get more range out of these iron LFP batteries. The current batteries are far lower cost, about 20% lower cost, but they are have a little bit less range for the weight that they have. And he believes that by 2024, we might be able to get up to around 325 miles of range, up from 260 miles today for roughly a 50 kilowatt hour pack. So if you can get to 325, that would be about 30-40% more range. But if you kept the standard range at 260 miles, then you could use potentially 30% less batteries. So instead of 50 kilowatt hours, you might be able to get away with like 36 or 37 kilowatt hours, removing 1/3 of the mass of the batteries, which should be about 200 pounds, maybe 150 pounds, like that. And also reducing the cost. The battery cost will be lower because a couple of years of further cost decline in the batteries, and also the removing of unneeded batteries if you're going to go for lower range or maintaining the same range. So we look at 300 pounds and $5,000 less from the current $40,000 subsidized price of Model 3 standard range in China. Why does this matter? Because currently about 20% of the Chinese EV market is $38,000 or more, and 33% of the market is 30K or more. So you're getting about 13%, about almost 70% more addressable market by going to a lower price car. So instead of like 2.9 million vehicles in 2021, overall sales, 508,000 were the 20% of the market that were $38,000 or more. But there's about 900,000 vehicles that were $30,000 or more. So getting a improved standard range using the batteries will let you maintain roughly the same car design and still get lower cost without going to an entirely redesigned 25K car. So by China 2025-2026, they'll go up from about 30% battery electric vehicles of the total market, 7% hybrid or ICE, and go down to about 80%, or up to 80% battery EV out of their 27 million cars. So you'd be looking at 21.6 million cars. If you didn't have a lower price vehicle, kept everything the same, Tesla might be looking at 2.4 million cars out of 4.3 million addressable market in that higher end segment. We're getting competitive in 30K and up models, then that increases the addressable market, nearly double, well, 7% more, depending upon, people trying to stand for more expensive cars. So about 7.3 million cars for the addressable market. Tesla's shares have been 55% of the markets that they're competing in China. So that could be 4 million cars instead of 2.4 million cars in 2025. And also going back to Jordan's assessment, he's expecting continued improvement with increasing amounts of silicon in the anode, which means another 2 years after that, you get another $5,000 drop, further improvements in the batteries and leaving, again, fewer batteries, lowering the weight. The average new car price in the United States is 47K. Europe is 30 to 40K. So getting that 30K model, substantially increases the addressable market in Europe. It would be a slight increase in the US market, but the US market is actually 7% truck. So the Cybertruck is more important for the US market. So please like and subscribe, and support me on Patreon. And so we'll continue on with this. So this looks more at the European market in Q1. You can see there's several $28,000, $25,000 vehicles in the top 10 vehicles for Europe. So there's a substantial impact for Europe as well for having a 30K EV. So if we're looking at a lower end case without it of 8 million cars in 2025, where you get 2 million car sales in US, 3 million in China, 2 million in Europe, 1 million other places, and the high end, perhaps double that, based upon faster EV adoption. This is not based on the new price models. And here's the 50K vehicle, and the efficiency of the current vehicles that Tesla has in China compared to the key other competitors. So Tesla share 75% in the United States, 55% in China, and 38K cars. Adding silicon to the cathode for 15 to 30% more iron LFP range can get to a 30 to 35K standard range car, addressing nearly double the market for Europe and China, and thus with increased sales. So instead of the 8 million level, a bear case might be 11 million cars, 20% more, 25% more sales in the US, the aforementioned 4 million cars in China, 3 million cars in Europe, 1.5 million cars in other locations like Japan and other countries, South America. And then the bull case increases from 16 million up to 18 million with this regional split as shown: 5 million US, 6 million in China, 5 million in Europe, 2 million in other. The main US part of the bull case is a stronger Cybertruck rollout, faster ramp there. So that's my presentation on how longer range LFP batteries can be used to lower the cost of the standard range Model 3 and another base Model Y to increase Tesla sales. So thanks, and talk to you next time.